Good morning.
I don't like the view.
I love the view. I think you're absolutely stunning. I love it.
No, I meant not this.
I'm waiting to see if anybody comments, because if somebody comments and it pops up here, then I know what the hell's going on. Because, yeah, it shows up there. I wonder if everybody can see that then.
Well, we'll find out here.
We're going to find out here in just a second. And we can take this to full screen, too. Look at that shit right there.
Where's this been all our life? Yeah, but it only puts. Look at how it cuts it off, though.
Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, no, I want to come out of that. Technology. Good morning. So, Pam, I have to ask you. Good morning. Can you see the chats on the screen? Can you see the chats, you guys? Like, is it shown on the screen? Your pop-up in the corner, I see. Yes, you can see your comments. Well, look at that. Look at that, you guys. Huh. And you haven't been able to see that before. Look at us learning new things.
Go to full screen on it.
I did, and I didn't like it because it did the same. I don't like that.
Don't like what?
It doesn't allow me to scroll. Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, you have no control over it.
Ability. I am more of a control freak than that. I wish I could leave it that way, you guys.
It's for whatever reason. There it is.
It doesn't allow me to move the speed. I have to be able to scroll. Huh. Well, that's really interesting. But I need to be able to scroll. Ding. Hi from the UK. Okay, sorry, guys.
I have
denied.
I wonder, are you did you go back and change the stream settings to locations? You're not just like since we did the sale. Okay.
What?
Since we did the sale, I unchecked some things and then checked.
Oh yeah. I did that. Okay, guys. Now I can scroll. This is important that I am able to scroll. How are we feeling today? We had a night, you guys. We had a night. I woke us up. I don't even know what time it was. I didn't even bother looking at the clock because.
Sorry.
Because. Are you here with me?
Yeah.
So we had a night.
I'm here, ain't I?
Middle of the night. I have some weird dreams, anyways. But
it was weird. It was full moon, man. Full moon's got everybody jacked up.
It was weird. But Odin started barking. And he doesn't hardly ever bark. I mean, you'll hear yappity yap yap, Mr. Barky bark all the time. But Odin very, very rarely barks, especially in the middle of the night.
And if it is, just like a row, you know.
Yeah, it's just it's a half-hearted.
Yeah.
He wanted to eat someone last night. Kind of. He wanted to eat someone, and when I got in the living room, he couldn't hide behind me quick enough.
Feeling the love, y'all. I just feeling the love this morning, y'all.
He always does his own thing. He does. But when he's called to come in and communicate, he does. Had to attack the narcissistic. I'm so sorry, Renee. I'm so sorry.
What happened?
She has a family member that doesn't care for her thoughts at all.
And it really is their problem, not yours.
It's not that easy, though.
I know it's not that easy, but I mean, you just got to. I know it's not that simple.
Full moon. Whew. Because here's me. Who would go breaking into houses on a full moon? I mean, who's stupid enough to do? But we really feel like we might have had someone in the house last night, either spiritually or somebody.
I think it was the old guy that used to live here. Man.
Oh. That dog went off.
Yeah, he was not a happy camper.
Off, and he was like right on it. He was like, "It's in the dining room," and we're standing there. Your dog was barking around 3:00 in the morning too. I wonder if we had an earthquake. No. So, but he was. If Sam walks into the house and surprises the dogs, like if he comes through the back door or something, this is how Odin barks. Exactly how Odin barks. But he wouldn't stop barking. So we got up, we're standing out there. Of course, my gun is in the car. Like, that's the best place for it.
And I go out the back door in all my full glory. Buddy, you come here this time of night, you're going to get what you're going to get.
So, but there was nobody there. So we don't know what happened, but he's such a good boy. He was serious. He was serious. There was someone there.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. So,
but nobody, we can't see where anybody messed with anything or came in. The gates are all locked from the inside, so it's not like, they'd had to make a hell of a lot of noise to get in the gates. So,
Arlene Martin, I'm supposed to talk to you about eating. This is not something I talk about. I don't talk to people about eating spiritually. My grandmother did that from the other side, and I thought it was extremely rude. She told me not to eat potatoes after 8 o'clock at night, which I had been on a keto, not even keto. I just didn't, it was like no starchy vegetables. And she come across, it was one of my very first ever, I still didn't believe in psychics reading. And she come across and said, and don't eat potatoes, and especially after 8 o'clock. And I'm like, I had a baked potato or something like that the night before. I was like, the hell? So I didn't do that. But Jazz is rearranging her kitchen. Maybe he was barking like somebody was in the house. He was barking like somebody was in the house, but we can't see that anybody was. So Arlene Martin, are you still here? Good morning, everybody. Oh. Right? It was good advice. I'm supposed to talk to you about, this is the strangest advice, and I'm so sorry, but that is exactly what they gave me. Chew slower. You love potatoes. Chew slower. I don't know if there is a swallowing thing going on, something along those lines, but they're like, please chew slower. And just, that's what I got immediately. And I was like, I'm not going to say that. And I kind of, okay. They would like you to chew slower. Ask my pendulum. What? If she should chew slower? Hold on. I actually have one sitting here. It's not mine. It's Sam's. Should she chew slower? Hold on 1 second. Everybody's yes and no is different, right? Everybody's yes and no is different. Mine is this way is yes, and this way is no. So should Arlene chew slower? Yes, Arlene should chew slower. It already started. Okay, so stop. Thank you. So I'm asking, is there a choking hazard? And they're saying no. Oh, if somebody was in the house. I was like, here. I don't think it's a choking hazard, though. They're saying it's not a choking hazard. The pendulum says no. I don't know why they're concerned about you chewing slower. But they are. Hopefully it makes sense to you. Or not. Okay. So let's do that. Tanya says, check your pendulum to see if there was an entity in the house. So we'll go, was there a person in the home? Okay, thank you.
Other than those.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty specific, right? Was there a person in the house that wasn't supposed to be? That's a yes, but it's not a very strong one. Thank you. Was the person that was in the house that wasn't supposed to be a solid person? Okay, that says yes. I mean, like, that's a swing. Right? I'm not doing that anymore. Oh, you've been trying to watch your weight. Maybe chewing slower will help. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I've ever given that message to anybody before, but they were very very specific. Okay, so let's do this morning because we have some orders to get out. We have to get that done tonight. We have somebody speaking, so let me see who that is really quickly. Tonight's speaking is Christine Franz. She'll be live on the private membership, right, you guys? So don't forget to catch her this evening on the private group. don't scare yourself. I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to scare myself, Kelly. I'm going to go to my car and get my firearm next to my bed. Would I shoot anybody? Probably not.
I will.
I don't have to. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Angel. 9 more hours till you're back on Facebook. She's been in Facebook jail. Okay. I'm looking for the cards that I'm supposed to pull with this morning because I'm supposed to do one after the other cards this morning. I was told about it first thing this morning. But I'm not quite sure. Let's do these. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Honestly, it wasn't meant to scare you, but for your dog. Oh, no, I trust him. I trust the dog. I know his reactions. I absolutely know his reaction. And that is what, more than anything else, I'll trust that, because his reaction was, there's an asshole in this house. It really was. And that's why we took it so seriously, because he wouldn't stop barking. We got up and we're like, And he was barking in the dining room. Well, Sam went out the back in all of his glory, and he went out back, right? And I'm standing with the dog. The dog is leaning against me like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And he's a big dog. He's a 150-pound Great Dane. And he's 18 inches at the shoulder. He's huge. And so he's leaning against me like, okay, we're here. We're protected. This is good. And Sam's out in the backyard. So I go to walk out into the backyard, and Odin is like right stuck with me. And he saw Sam, and he did the exact same thing and started barking again. And until he realized it was Sam. And then he was like, oh, it's Dad. But then he went and hid behind me.
And they started playing.
Yeah, well, he was trying to like, Dad, I don't want to go outside. That's what he was doing. I don't want to go outside. Yeah, he is a good boy. He's a very good boy. Okay.
He probably saved somebody's life last night after they shit their pants.
Yeah, could you imagine walking in on that? I have no idea. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be a collective message this morning, you guys. This is the... I'm not turning my heat on yet, so it's sweatshirt and blanket. I love sleeping under blankets. And it's only going up to 77 here, so our windows are open. Everything's beautiful.
We have that much blankets on us.
So let's talk first about...
I'm a hot person anyways, as far as sleeping goes. And
wow. That's beautiful. That's so pretty. God, that's so pretty. Okay, this is a collective message this morning, isn't it, you guys?
Jesus.
Isn't it gorgeous? It actually talks about, even if you we know how Sam is after the zombie comment. I know, right? Double tap. What the hell?
Sir, why did you shoot the man 6 times? Because I only had 6 bullets in the gun.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes we have to step back. We have to step back from everything that we have thought that was relevant to us in our life and go, okay, how do I move forward? I'm feeling stuck. And this is this beautiful, beautiful nature nurture card in the Beyond Lemuria deck, right? Beautiful card. Good morning, Isis. We hope you had a wonderful birthday.
Good morning.
So this is a really incredible card, because what this tells me is, everybody, it's time to look and make sure we're taking care of ourselves. It's time to step back and maybe hit on some of the beginning things again. I hit on the beginning things all the time because I go, oh, Lisa's so ungrounded. So I have to step back and go back, ground myself, and reconnect. It's so interesting. Who was I talking to last night? I was talking to Elvis last night, actually, because they want me to get on Spirit TV and do an Elvis interview. And I'm like, well, let me check. And I do them spontaneously, but I was talking to him about maybe stepping up and doing a purposeful interview. And I had to bring my energy back and settle in and ground a little bit and then expand. So sometimes we have to do that, right? Good morning, Stephen Roberts, Vedra, Isis, Renee Shalom, Kelly. I didn't do the list this morning. I'm sorry. So I also have to tell you, stepping back and relearning some things doesn't mean you're failing at anything. You guys know that? It means there's always different aspects that we can learn of something that we already know. So they're talking about nurture nature. This to me, I know it, and I'm reading it totally different than what the actual card says, right? If you were to pick this card up and say, hey, this is nurture nature, maybe we should go plant a garden. I'm saying the garden is you. I'm saying the garden is you. How beautiful is that to wake up to? The garden is you. There's some kind of 60s saying that goes with that, I'm sure. Because as we're learning and as we're growing and as we're moving forward, there is always something we're going to pick up, right? And that's why I love to take classes from other people, because even though my guides are incredible, I mean, I can't say enough wonderful things about my guides. And if I need information, they're like, here it is. The evolution of our spiritual Sam's garden, we were just talking about it this morning. It's a thing of what not to do.
It's not a thing of what not to do. I just let it go.
It has a lot of beautiful tomatoes on it, actually,
and the peppers.
Mm-hmm. It's in direct sun.
Yeah, it's not a good location.
So this evolution changes us in so many dynamic ways that when we do step back and we go, let's take this over again. Let's step into this education again and relearn it. It's because you're going to look at the same teachings differently. You're going to look at the same teaching and say, oh my gosh, I never saw that before. It's like watching an old movie that you watched when you were a kid, and now you watch it again and you're like, holy crap, rewind. We did this the other day. What kind of movie was that? I don't remember. But we were seeing what?
No, I'm trying to think of what movie we were watching.
I don't know. We kept rewinding it going, did you see that? And it was just so obvious, but it wasn't obvious to anybody, to us at the time, because we weren't at that level of evolution. Right? They threw a lot of spiritual things into this movie that was like a 1980s movie or something. We were like, huh? I know we were watching Warlock and we were like,
no, that
wasn't it. But I mean, the eyeballs. I mean, I had a problem with the eyeball.
Yeah, we went and saw that movie in the theater back when it came out, and she didn't like it. And then it was, of course, we laughed at it a lot because of the cheesy graphics.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Sam Fry. Yes. I'm fine. And you?
Sam's working from home this week, so when the boss calls, you got the answer. So that's what we're doing. We're always relearning, and we're always seeing new things, even on the old information, because we can look a little bit more full spectrum at things, right? We can check, we can see things a little bit more completely than we did when we first started our journey. And I think that is lovely. I think it's beautiful. I think it is so expanding for us, isn't it? We are all at different stages of consciousness all the time, right? And this is a major reason. And I did see your question: how do you contact your guides better? My thing is ground. I love to contact my guides through Shamanic Journey. So ground, center, protect. Find your center. It's so important. Finding your center is so important. Ground, center, protect. And then I like to do journey work because it's that theta brainwave. It's all very real feeling, when you step into that. But that full spectrum, I want to also point out that Metatron is always present, isn't he? Always present. And the skulls there go everything from human skull, I didn't notice that before, to extraterrestrial. Huh, interesting. Okay, so we're living in more in a full spectrum. We're picking up like antennas. Muffins are yummy. You guys are killing me. I had the best blue corn lavender donut yesterday morning. It was amazing. Living full spectrum. So let's continue. I'm loving this. This morning, my guides were like, let's do one card after the other and see what we come up with. Because the more we live with gracious receptivity after we are living more full spectrum, the more we are going to get, correct? Because And don't forget, you guys, this is a collective message. Take from this what you can take, whether it's your work environment, your spiritual environment, or whatever. The guides are coming across this morning and said, hey, let's do a blanket message for everybody so that everybody can feel like they got something, a little bit of an input. But when we're thankful, this is big, when we're thankful about the messages we receive, just like as if we were doing conscious manifestation to bring in prosperity into our lives, the same thing happens with our spiritual journey, doesn't it? The more, yeah, it is a beautiful card. The more in tune we are, the more we are grateful for the images and messages that are brought to us, the more comes through. Why? Why do you guys think? Who has an answer? Why does that happen? Do you know why that happens? Well, I tell students, when you first start to open up spiritually, you're kind of like a lighthouse. So you're open to all kinds of new things. You may have someone call your name in the middle of the night. You may get a lot of images. You may hear things. You may see things. You may taste things. You may smell things. You may feel touches. All of those things, when you first start to open up, are very relevant, right? It raises our vibration. It opens our mind. We're living in gratitude. We're humble and we're calm. I love these answers. But also you're creating a neural net with your guides that says, look, I'm living full spectrum. I'm living full spectrum. I'm open to new communication and I am accepting. You're centering your energy. Absolutely. You're bringing your energy right here. I'm huge on centering. Maybe we should do a live, just an event on centering, guided by Metatron. All of my meditations that I do are not mine. They're all guided by Archangel Metatron. It is Transmediumship Metatron. I didn't know that until just recently that that's what it was. But when the words that come out of my mouth, they're not mine. I know where we might plan to go. The park bench one is one of my favorites, where we sit outside the park bench and wait for loved ones to come out and speak with us. And it's done within Shamanic Journey. And if you can sit there and just be patient, which a lot of people have problems with in meditation, sitting there, taking it in, allowing things to happen around you, and just have a good, quiet moment, which is what? Centering. Then your past loved ones from the other side open the gate and they come out and they say hi. How amazing is that, right? So we're sending that out there. We want communication. We want individuals to come talk to us. And that includes our guides. Another Akashic Calls meditation would be nice as well. You guys, let me roll into, let us get moved, because we have the 2 houses to move this month, and get back to Ohio. Let us get that happening. And I will get a bunch of live events. I want to do a live event each weekend. Also, by the way, I'm in talks with Parachills to do a weekly podcast of my own. So that is going to be a lot of fun. And I have no idea what I'm going to do on it yet. Or a spirit ship meditation. All I can think of is soul. A spirit ship meditation. That'd be interesting, right? Okay. I don't even know what this card is. So after we have realized we're living full spectrum, we're living in gracious receptivity. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Then we start to awaken to new things, right? Awakened awareness. All of a sudden, since our guides are communicating with us more, we go, oh my God. Do you guys sense that? Do you guys see that, hear that? All of your senses open up a little bit more. So living in that gratitude and setting up new neural nets with your guides that say, I want information, bring it to me in the best way I will be able to understand. How many people are struggling to learn their clairvoyance? How many people are trying to struggle to learn, working on their clairvoyance? Hi, Deb Ferris. How many people are like, they feel like they have to be able to get the visions, right? And they don't feel like they're getting any information because they're not getting it the way they want. You'll hear me say this very rarely. You're doing it wrong. What's perfect for you is going to be perfect for you. Okay? You love muffins too. What's perfect for you is what's perfect for you. You may be clairaudient. And when we have, so we have claircognizant, clairsentient, clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairalient, clairsentient, right? You have to, and Tammy Nelson's right. You have to trust your guides to come across to you on how you're going to be able to understand. So if you're clairaudient and you get the impression of sounds and words and things like that, guess what? You're not going to get them as visions. So if you're struggling and you feel as if you're failing, and this is a big deal, if you feel like you're failing because you're not getting exactly what you want, guess what? How does manifesting work? You have to be positive that you're going to get some message for the best way. And you cannot tell spirit how to manifest for you. You can't tell them either what you want as a clair. You have to say in the best way, because you may be a clairaudient. You may catch other people's emotions, and that may be your strongest clair. It doesn't mean that you're not going to develop those other clairs later on, that awareness later on, but they're saying, let's work here because it's the easiest pathway. And let's bring across messages and let's be successful. Guess what happens when you start to feel successful? You bloom. You start to feel successful. And then all of a sudden, all these other clairs start to tickle. And you go, oh shit. So, right, once you stop expecting to get things in a certain way, you will be more open to understanding the messages being sent. Absolutely. And judging yourself because you didn't get it the way you want. We're going to pull one more round. I was just to shuffle again. Stephen Roberts says, I could feel them strongly at the beginning. Stephen Roberts says, I could feel them strongly at the beginning of the year, but it faded for some reason. Okay, good to know that when you are... Did I give him the mom look? Good to know is that when you are really, really opening up at a certain point, you will get more information. And then when they go, they got it, they'll pull back. But what that also does is it makes us feel like we're not being as successful, which is kind of sad too. But it just means that they trust you to be able to relax and bring across messages. Yeah.
That was not the mom look. That was I'm going to take your ass out to the car and beat your ass look.
The speaker is right there. Right there. And he doesn't understand how sensitive the speaker is, I don't think. That is the I'm going to take you to the car and beat your ass look.
Nah, that ain't it. So. Nah, that ain't it either. That ain't it either.
Nah. Wait, let me try to do this.
That's
no.
that.
No. No, I can't do it. We have not had the kids at home long enough. Been so long that I'm like.
It's what it really is that neither of the children have pissed her off in so long.
That's it.
Well, it's been over a year since she's been home. Just about. No, it's been almost a year. So, anyways, but neither of the kids want to piss her off, and
Want to take Henry Halloweening with me at the marina? You do. You do. You know you do.
We'll be in Salem.
No. It's on the 9th. It's at the marina. Okay.
November 9th?
October 9th.
Why in the hell would they do it in October?
Because they try not to interfere with it. Okay. So as we've grown, we've developed, we start to release, we start to give our guides permission to come to us in the very best way possible. Then how do we move forward, right? How do we move forward from there? Do we talk about everything and open our throat chakras? We work on our chakras. Expressing your truth. It doesn't have to be you go yell it from the rooftops, by the way, right? You can actually find a group of people that are receptive to your message. You don't have to lose everybody over what you want to do, but I know that there's sometimes that we have narcissists, we'll just say that because I know somebody on here is dealing with this, right? Where they feel like, good morning and aloha, Trina. They feel that their way is the only way. And you can express yourself, but make sure you do it within your group of safe people, because you don't need to go yelling it from the rooftops. And I think that this is Christine Emerson passed her midterms with flying colors. Yay!
Awesome.
Congratulations. And I think that this is something that a lot of people do. They learn something new, right? And they want to share. And you know who you can share to. But this is where a lot of intuitives backtrack because they want to share it to everybody. And we know.
While I go get Barky McGee.
Barky McGee. We know who we can express to and who we can't. And that's okay. Everybody doesn't have to be where we're at. It's all right. Don't all empaths have narcissistic issues. At some point in time, absolutely. I mean, I had mine, and then after he died, he wanted to stick around. Well, after we had been dating, a long time after we'd been dating, and he's much happier now, so he's off. Oh, look, I matched my shirt. I believe that, but you don't have to scream it to everybody. A lot of people get shut down because they tell people what they've been learning, and they're so excited about it, and someone goes, you're going to hell. Who's heard? I mean, I've heard it. You're going to hell. And I'm like, really? Really? Because I got to tell you, not one of the angels that I work with say that. Not one of those high vibrating, loving energies that I work with say that. So it's not worth getting into the argument with. It really isn't. This is a specific card. And normally I'd be like, you know what? Speak your truth. But today somebody needs to hear that. What did I do with that other card? How did I lose a card? I lost a card. Endless opportunities. Oh, the insight, is it wrong to use your intuition to move forward in life? No, that's why we have it. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't take money for doing intuition. And that's fine. That's fine for them. It's fine for them. But you can use your intuition to move forward in life. That's why we have it. You guys know that? It's why we have it. We have intuition because it's how humans have survived throughout human existence on this planet. It was put there to help benefit us. Absolutely. And help us grow. Right? Sharon Elswit says, I was pretty much told that I was going to hell for what I was doing. And I said, okay, well, thank you for your input. Yeah, you can. No, he didn't sleep on the couch. He never sleeps on the couch. Exchange of energy. Absolutely right, Tammy. You can take people's comments and you can be very gracious about it. You absolutely can. But you don't have to take it to heart. Endless opportunities. There's so many different avenues within spirituality to look into. Don't take just what what you think is the blank ones, right? Because when I started this, I was absolutely certain I needed to be an herbologist. Absolutely. This is what I thought. This is what being an intuitive meant. You had to be an herbologist. You had to work with aromatherapy, and you had to know every single crystal on the planet. You had to know how to read tarot cards. That's what I thought it was. Wow. I mean, to tell you guys, never once in my life did I ever think I was going to talk to dead people or angels. Ever. So we have endless opportunities. Don't stare down one path because it's somebody else's path. It's your journey. Take on what you need to take. And I love this card. This is going to be the last card for this. In everything that we do in this, I shit you not. I'm missing a card. You took something away and it took something to heart and it blew you away. Time to send it back. Absolutely. Just release it. There was a lot of cards this morning. They're like, this is what we're doing this morning. I'm like, all right. So as we're moving forward, there's duality in everything, right? We have to keep our feet on the ground because that's what we're doing. We have to be practical. We have to live in the muggle world. We have to be able to continue working with other people and cooperate with their energy and our energy. And there's going to be people that believe what you believe and people that don't believe what you believe. There's going to be people that are angry at you because you change your beliefs. You're going to probably lose friendships from from new friendships, old friendships, whatever. It's all a choice though, right? It's all a choice. That's where this throat chakra card comes in. You know who to share with. And the choice to lose friends is, I'm serious, it's a choice. You can always be upfront with, I love you, but I don't need to discuss this with you. I love you. I'm sorry, we have a disagreement about this. Let's talk about something else. There's duality in everything that we have. So we can be humble about that and say, I'm sorry that my way isn't your way. I love you anyways. Okay. Some people will take that well. Some people will not. And that's their choice. But when we start to live into our full truth, it's really hard to hide it all, isn't it? Because you start to shine differently. You start to attract people into your life that other people might not like. And that's just part of it. It really is, because you attract your family. You attract your soul family. Teachers will fall into your path. New friends will fall into your path. Groups will fall into your path. Experiences, knowledge, right? And when you're starting to live with all of that creativity and all of that beautiful energy, and it really is beautiful. Bradley says their role in your soul contract ends if they choose to shun us or our beliefs. Absolutely. I think Brad and Heidi are incredible energies. I don't even know I need to say that this morning. I just love their energy together. And I'm sure that some of the things that they've had to go through as a couple with friends and all of that, learning and gathering new friendships has been that dual aspect. Because a lot of people feel very alone on their spiritual journey. They're a couple, right? So they have a combined amount of people. So a lot of people feel alone. And that's just not have to happen. You can hear typing it with Sam. Yeah, that's how sensitive the mic is. That's why I'm.
Do what?
They could hear you typing. That's how sensitive the mic is. That's why I was like, okay.
I'm sorry, it's so sensitive.
So, living from your solar plexus, being creative, allowing, that solar plexus is the gateway from the ground to the divine. It's that in between, that almost there feeling. And that's where that feeling, you feel like, oh my gosh, I've almost got it. That creativity is right there on the cusp. Oh my gosh, I could almost grab it. That's activation of that solar plexus. So when we're learning and we're bringing in new information, we're like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. Guess what we're doing? We're activating the solar plexus. And this is something my guides are talking about right now. Go ahead.
And that's not funny, but it's funny that she says that, because when your solar plexus is activated, the term trust your gut comes into. So when you feel that it's right, it's exactly what it is. Your gut's telling you. I mean, it's not your brain. It's rooted in your root chakra, and so it's right there. And once this goes into play, the rest of it all starts to work, and then you start getting all of the. Huh?
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. This is so funny because we did this last night. You're not getting any notifications. Go out and
you know what? I didn't get one either this morning, and I was sitting right here watching.
Make sure you go back and reset up and follow, unfollow, and then go back in. And Nancy, maybe that'll help. It's so funny.
I just got one here just a few minutes ago.
Because last night Sam and I were reading. I was doing Akashsic, and Sam kept getting all the information that I was getting. Was getting information to add. Good morning. To that. This is I know Nancy's here, so I'm going to post this. This is the late bloomers, or the Salem link right there, right? Our stomach is our second brain. Absolutely. That gut feeling is important. I already did it, St. Nancy. I must be psychic. Right? I know it stands over here. So I want you to look at this woman, and that position right there that she's sitting in shows me total release and submission and allowance. It says, okay, let's just do this. Let's soak this in. Let's live. What about the heart brain? If you're talking about if you're absolutely right, the heart, you live in that heart space too, where you take things, and does it feel right?
It's a secondary.
Yeah.
It's a secondary to your gut.
Uh-huh.
Your heart can be fooled, but when your gut's telling you something ain't right, or this is it, go for it. Like I said, everything else falls into place. If a relationship or a situation just doesn't feel right, but your heart's going, yeah, that's because you want it, but your gut's telling it in the subconscious, maybe you really shouldn't do that, because it's not. You need to trust your gut more. In other words, That doesn't mean we can't follow our heart. It's just we tend to let our heart overrule things and overrun our brain and our gut, and we can make foolish choices.
Okay.
I didn't.
Suck up. Just 2 days ago, I completely surrendered to source. I had a hard time with that, like really hard time. Who feels like they've really just given over and just said, I trust my guides and just allow? And I had a really, really hard time doing that. I'm very left brain, very OCD-ish. I struggled with it because my brain, and this is I wish this other person that talked about this the other day was on here. I don't know that she is, or I don't know that she isn't. You're on spot, Sam, right? Absolutely. My brain says I can't see, taste, touch, smell, or experience that. It's not real. And my heart said, yeah, it is. But my brain really got into the way. And it really wasn't until Metatron came in with 2x4 therapy and said, okay, this is real. You're going to either give over or you might as well just stop. And really, that's what he did. That's when I call it 2x4 therapy, you guys. He was like, either shit or get off the pot here. We're tired of this back and forth stuff. Either you trust us or you don't. And the first time that I actually went, screw it, let's do it, was the first time I got online to do live. And I said, no, you don't think so?
No, I'm struggling right now because I'm being told things right now.
What?
Not about you, about me.
Oh,
it's totally about me, and I'll go
Okay.
through it in a minute.
Okay.
I'll go through it in a minute.
So it was
Sorry.
really, really hard for me that first day. I was like terrified. I was terrified because I'm like, here's where I was. And this is, I'm sure probably people on here are going to relate to this. What if I'm wrong? Who does that? What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? Who does that? Good morning, Zenny. What if I'm wrong? Do you not do readings or healings because what if I'm wrong? If you've done that, throw a hand out.
Okay, can I segue now a little bit?
Absolutely segue. I'm gonna
Okay, so as soon as she started talking about this, I immediately went, well, yeah, I do that. But when I'm doing energy work, I'm totally in. I totally submit over. I'm just like, I just say, okay, here I am.
That's because you're doing mania.
Do your thing. Do your thing, and I'll, do what you got to do here. But when it comes to doing readings or things along those lines, I'm like, I'm all in for healings, but when it comes to readings and things, I'm like, eh. And so what they were just telling me was with energy work, you're not having to speak to anybody and tell them things and la 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 la. But when it comes to telling somebody that a message that we're trying to tell you to tell them, you kind of shut down and like, yeah, because my ego gets in the way, because I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to make a mistake. And I don't want to tell somebody the wrong information. When if I would just tell them what the hell they're telling me to do, just like the energy work, it would go. And in the last couple of days, we've been working energy, or not energy, but I guess it is energy, but I've been tapping into her messages.
We have a link. It's just that, I mean, there's no doubt Sam and I are twin flames. There's just no doubt about it. But we have a link. So, and it's getting stronger in the last month when I'm doing stuff and he's sitting here with me, he's getting information. We're gonna start doing this a lot more together. Isn't it funny? I am opposite Sam. I question more my healing modalities with energy versus reading. So
I find it easier because I find the healing side easier because, like I said, I do what they tell me to do, and the energy goes where it's supposed to go.
Right.
And I don't need to. Okay. I don't need to understand where the energy is going and why the energy is going there and what the energy is. Just do it.
Yeah.
And so the point is, I guess I just got a little 2x4 therapy myself there.
Bradley, you do runes? Want to do a class on runes? I think I have a lot of people that be in on that. But Sam got 2x4 therapy. Sorry. I had to say something before I let it go. Go ahead. Were you? Hello? Okay. So
it's your show, Tater.
I love you. Brad's like, wait, what?
I have an interview tomorrow, by the way.
Okay. So
With Floor.
When the way we want?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll know tomorrow.
Okay.
Things, maybe.
So when I used to do readings, I wouldn't talk to anybody in person. I would only do email readings. I wouldn't talk to anybody. It was only a picture, and I would email everything back because I was so. And doing that, I don't know why it felt easier to just type the information and let it. It was gone.
Because you didn't have to look at them in the face.
That's it.
And you didn't have to see if they were judging you or reading you,
This is true.
or doing the same shit you used to do to readers.
I did. Before I did any of this, before I believed in any of this. But when Metatron came in and he said, okay, it's time to move forward or it's time to step away. And I went, okay. I had so many things that I had struggled to find who I was again after selling the salon. I just was struggling. And I tried a whole bunch of different little things and none of them really, I had fun doing the soap though. I did have fun doing that. But so I went, okay, how do you step back away from this and just totally forget about it and just let it go? I don't think I'm at that point. So I said, okay. And I stepped out online and amazed that when I come back away from that, it was okay. If it doesn't resonate for them, it doesn't resonate for them. I can't help that. If you let your ego stay in the way, is that what you're going to say?
No.
Okay.
I was just going to say, if it doesn't resonate with them, it may not resonate with them then.
Yeah.
But it may resonate when something clicks in, or they remember something that it was a reference to. Anyways.
Gotcha. So when you are investing yourself so personally into a reading as to whether somebody else can take the message, you have to pull that back and just be the mouthpiece. That's all we're supposed to be, you guys. Ego, while you're never, ever going to totally get rid of ego. You're just not. It's how we stay alive. If you don't have ego at all and you step into a street and there's a car coming, you're not going to give two shits whether you get run over by the car. Okay? Self-preservation. We need ego. Don't ever try to totally get rid of it. It's futile. Resistance is futile. Okay? But
ego is kind of our protective thing. But it can also go the other way too.
Yes. So you don't want to sit there and go, look what I can do, and be the healer that stands there and says, I am a great healer. I'm the perfect healer. I'm amazing. And I'm going to be honest. When you first start to feel that energy flow, you start to feel empowered. And you start to go, ooh. This is why I recommend people that are new to reading, learn a healing modality, because you start to get that validation. Your left brain starts to go, I feel that. I feel that. And it starts to accept it and take it as truth. So then you're shifting gears into acceptance and you're becoming.
And with that, when I was taught Reiki, which was my first experience with working with energy, it was also said, remember, this is not you. You are not the energy source. You are just the conduit. Don't let the energy inflate your ego to the point where you start presenting yourself as my energy, this energy. It's not your energy. It is not our energy. We are simply a conduit, a vessel for the energy to flow from. Okay. And some of us, all of us have the ability to flow energy and to heal, but some have figured out a way to just turn the faucet wide open and rock and roll.
Step aside and allow it to flow.
Yes,
and that is
with healing.
The shamanic traditions call it being the hollow bone. And it's a wonderful way to look at it, where we're just a husk and everything flows through. And Maria says, how do you do that? It takes trust. It does. You have to go, okay. And I'll do it right here in front of you guys, just so you can see how you, I'm going to put my feet on the floor. Hold on a second. I'm creating a link between the earth and the divine, and then expanding. And then you expand that energy. You've created a link between the earth and the divine, and you bring it out. And then you invite energies to come in. Always for positive energy, positive and helpful energies. You never invite anything negative in, never. And you always trust your guides to take care of you. I'm living love and light. Please protect my energy. And you increase your energy as you're sitting there. And then you allow it to flow. This isn't just a healing practice. This is how you do intuitive work as well. You're bringing in energy.
I am a much,
Stephen, yeah.
I'm much, when I'm working with energy and I'm healing, I'm not healing, but when the healing is flowing, I use the feeling of water. Okay. And, when it is time to start working, I tell my people, okay, I'm ready. I'm, let it go, let it flow. And what I envision is me standing in a waterfall or in a shower, and the water is just pouring over me. But as it's pouring over me, it is transmuting into energy to whomever or to whatever group of people I may be working with, or we may be working with. So that is one way I do it. And I actually have the sensation of water just flowing over me and just flowing through me and out and washing away and doing all the healing that it's got to do. You have to literally, I mean, you have to envision yourself just standing there in the water and letting it go. And some people may use wind, some people may use sunlight or fire. Whatever works for you is, whatever you're drawn to. That is how you just step out of the way and let that energy come through. And whatever your medium or media is, your healing media.
Trina says she does that too.
White light.
Waves.
You can throw color into it if you want.
Like water. Sending healing energy to Autumn and her foot. She rolled her foot yesterday. You use wind and water as well. Yeah, it's such an easy. I mean, when you work with the elements, it's really what you're doing. You're working with the elements. And shamanically, you're working with the medicine wheel. But you're working with the elementals and all of that. You don't envision anything at all. You just do it. Allow the flow. Yeah. It's okay. We're going to have classes, Maria. I just have to get past this. We're going to set up a classroom and all sorts of stuff.
When we get all set up in Ohio, I'm actually going to build on to our building to make an actual classroom. So we'll be having in-person classes. We'll be doing online classes. We'll be doing hybrid events. Because not everybody can travel, at any time. So
speaking of hybrid events, let's segue. We are going to be doing telesalem because the inn is full, and people are still welcome to come. They just can't. They have to find. I know that somebody found some place at a bed and breakfast. I know that other space is available, just not exactly where we're staying. So we're going to be doing a hybrid event. I know Professor Fry. He's a very good teacher.
No.
He's a very good teacher. We're going to be doing where you can actually watch all of the mediumship and interact and be part of the mediumship sessions in Salem. So we will have it where you will be able to see the audience will be able to see you, and we will have somebody in the middle to be able to bring messages across for you, type out your messages, or we can put you on the live. So that way, it doesn't matter where you're at. You can come to Salem with us. You'll also be involved in the seance in the evening. I'm still working on it today, April. It is something I am working on for the afternoon to get this all set up. So there's a link you guys can just go set up at. But we will have cameras and audio and all that good stuff. So You'll also be involved in the seance. You can sit there and make comments in the seance. That's probably going to be more of a silent thing where there's somebody talking for you through chat. But then on Sunday morning, we also have we have Tanya Lee on in Sunday morning. And then we're going to have a separate giveaway for teleconference people.
We have not set that up yet. Okay.
We're working on it.
We have not set up a place where you can go pay for that yet.
Yeah, it'll be today. I'm working on it today.
We're working on it today. We're actually in the process of having the equipment we want sent to the house.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be there. We have everything we have to do it right now, but we want some better speakers and things like that. So
we just want a better setup.
I'm so sorry, Nancy. I didn't realize she's having problems with the
What?
You can let them watch my panel. I have some ideas. Talk to you later about that. Awesome. Okay. All right, guys. With that, it's been a productive morning. We've gone through a lot of different things. If you are a member, we have membership dates still available for discussion in October. If you want to, I have several dates available in October for members to get on and have private chat within the group. So if you're interested in that, let me know. We're looking for new people to do it, as well as people that have done it before, but I'm trying to give the new people the opportunity first. So we already have Tammy Nelson that's going to be doing practice readings on the 5th. So let me know if you guys are interested in that, if you're in the membership, and we will do that. What else do we have going on? Stuff and things. All right. I have work to do today. I do. This is my fun time. What is today? Oh, we have somebody on chat tonight on the private membership, so I can't go live tonight. In October, we will start having set up evenings twice a week that we will be going live. And also Saturday evenings, Parachills, we're going to be doing Parachills. Am I still doing October 4th? Yes, Christine Emerson, I have you down for tinctures on October 4th. That's a class. That's more of a Zoom thing. The chat is in the membership. So, okay, everybody. No, the teleconference is open to everybody. Yeah, the telesalem is open to everybody. Much love and light, Nancy. Don't stress about other people.
Get some rest, young lady.
Mm-hmm. My nose is stuffing up. So
I'm glad you got good sleep yesterday.
All right, y'all.
You have to take care of yourself.
Yeah, you have to take care of yourself. All right. We're out. We have things to do. So we have to get yeah, I have you down, Nancy. I was just trying to give people that haven't done it yet an opportunity to get on and chat. Enjoy your afternoon, you guys. Find love, find light, find joy. Feel divine because you are.
And may the light be with you always.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. Aloha, Trina.